All right, and I am done. I just finished up reading Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. This is, I believe, the fourth book in the Murderbot Diaries series. So, wanted to give you my instant thoughts upon reading the book, which was just now. So, I give this book 3.5 stars. This is a little bit better than the last one, which I gave 3 stars. But ultimately, I'm frustrated, and I continue to be frustrated. I have been for the last couple books, and it's just continuing. And so while 3.5 stars is good, you know, on my rating scale, 3 is a decent book. This review is going to sound really negative because I mostly have negative things to say, and that negativity stems from the fact that I really do love this character. I love the basic premise of this plot. It's so intriguing to me, and I'm not normally a science fiction buff. I do enjoy science fiction. I think I liked it a lot more when I was a little bit younger, but I give it a lot of tries, and I really try to move it in the right direction. My problem here, though, is that the plot isn't moving in a positive direction. What I feel like is happening is that Martha Wells wrote a very good first book, and a lot of people got into it. She followed it up by a very good second book, and a lot of people got into it. But I think the lesson that she learned was that I need to keep writing this book. But she keeps writing the same book over and over now. I feel like the last 3 books have been basically the same thing. And that's frustrating because there's so many different directions that the series could go. And I really would challenge anybody a year after reading these books to tell me the differences between books 2, 3, and 4. Really tell me the plot differences. And I bet you're not going to be able to do it. And you're not going to be able to do it because the formula just continues to go on and on. Murderbot is trying to save the humans from the first book from a disaster. He runs into other robots, security bots, or maybe a combat bot that he needs to put down. And he will run into a nicer robot that helps progress the comedic value a little bit along the way. Meanwhile, Murderbot himself doesn't undergo much character development. That first book, you really find out that Murderbot is this really funny robot who wants to spend all his time watching TV. And he's cynical. He doesn't love to be around humans. He's really self-conscious. And we're now in the 4th book. And what do we have? We have Murderbot wanting to get away from humans so he can watch TV. He's really cynical. It's the same thing. So, unfortunately, I'm not getting any of the plot development. I'm not getting any of the character development that I would hope would happen in the series. So I'm going to keep reading this series partly because these books are so dang short. I can zip through one of these books in about a day. So I can't, it's not like one of those really dense series where you're like, man, do I really want to invest, 800 more pages seeing if I like this series? Because it's not like that. It's like 150 pages and the pages are not big. It's more like a regular 100-page book. Okay, whatever, I can zip through these and, see how this goes. So I normally don't love short books, but in this instance, the shortness of the book actually helps me continue along with it. The price would turn me off, and I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again, but these books are priced way too high. You pay probably $15 for a book, and they're short. It should be like $5. And that I feel like that's probably going to turn off a ton of people. It doesn't turn off me. I get my books from the library, so I don't pay for them anyways. So it doesn't impact me, but I will note that it is like criminally high for what you get here. So ultimately, I think I would recommend Murderbot to people, but I would also put the caveat out there that don't expect to get innovation in these books. If you really like the previous book, keep on going. But if you read the previous book and you're like, I really want this plot to move somewhere, maybe don't go forward, especially if you're buying these books, because you're going to feel like you got a little ripped off. If you're getting them for free like me, power through them, enjoy it. Just don't hold your breath for something really innovative. So I'm going to keep this real short. Don't have a ton to say. It's a short book. So that's my review, and I appreciate you watching.